part, Queen. Let's get into the video. Billboard Breakdown Hot 100, May 25th, 2024. That's about one. Billboard Breakdown Hot 100, May 25th, 2024. I had some help. One of one. Boa. Lose my breath.
Hey there, I'm Mark, in
affiliation with Spectrum Pulse.
And you know, even on a week with a small album bomb and a new #1, feels like a bit of a break. And it's
true.
Billboard Breakdown.
Especially with this year, bro. This year for music has been crazy, man.
You know, after a couple pretty intense weeks on the charts, it's nice to have a bit of a cool down.
Year 10 is crazy.
Let the dust settle. And yes, I know exactly how funny that is on a week with another brand new #1 and a small album bomb. But in both cases,
bro,
it feels...
I did not expect Gunna to go like this crazy. Maybe I'm just underestimating Gunna. But like, really? Like more than... I'm pretty sure he charted like five or like 6 songs on the charts. And I'm thinking like, really? Really? Like, because Gunna, I didn't expect him to like actually like be like that big. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Gunna's felt very muted recently. You know what I'm saying? But Gunna's always really kind of felt muted to me. You know, like he's never really in like a lot of those conversations. He's just more of like a vibey kind of rap dude. I don't know.
Manageable, the sort of routine chart business of which you become accustomed after doing this for nearly 10 years. I can handle Gunna without any issues, especially as I've already reviewed the new album on my main channel, and, well, you know what, let's get to it. The top
I'm too lazy to listen to all that, bro.
Collab that everyone should have seen coming given how much promo is being thrown behind it. I had some help by Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen, and I can recognize...
Wait, hold on. Okay.
When the industry really wants something to
smash. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. It's an okay track, man. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about country Post Malone because, like, you know, I love rap Post Malone. I love pop Post Malone. I like depressed Post Malone. Country? Yeah. You're kind of pushing your talents here, Posty, but I'm still giving it a chance because I don't think the song is bad. It's just not really my cup of tea. It's catchy, but it's not really anything really crazy.
My hit. Try to recoup some of the money that Universal gave Drake given the body blow delivered to his career thanks to all the beef. I mean, TikTok and UMG have patched things up. Both these artists roll up under that umbrella thanks to Republic and Mercury.
Wait, this is actually pretty anticipated on TikTok, this song too.
Alongside the big sales and streaming breakthrough, you're seeing some of the most aggressive radio promo in a long ass time, at least for this week. This was built to overpower any larger beef conversation. But here's the thing, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, still firmly at #2, with good sales and great streaming, and the radio promo is already moving in there. It doesn't have the momentum through the traditional channels in the same way because radio stations are going to look sideways at some of the accusations that are being made on a diss record, even if it is a cultural phenomenon that people can dance to. But if the public continues to stay behind...
That's crazy to think about.
Morgan Wallen and Post Malone...
Drake is a pedophile! Hey.
I mean, this could get
crazy to think about, honestly.
Maybe even retake the #1, but it does.
I think it might.
$1 Baby by Tommy Richmond at #3, where he actually saw sales gains and streaming is still really strong, but radio is so
I don't get it.
Up on a relative unknown that I don't see.
That's what I'm saying. Don't pick it up, bro. Please.
Compare this
like,
to
fuck off.
Nice for a bar
now, yes, radio. I'm pretty sure radio's picking this up. I hope.
It actually has the better sales, and the radio has finally started to get its act together.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna really contend for the top spot, but we got a strong hit, and it's a really good song. I cannot complain. Unfortunately, only the former is true for the next two rising up on the list. Beautiful Things by Benson Moon at #5.
Get this song out of here, bro.
Peaked on the radio, and sales are on the downturn. And Lose Control by Teddy Swims at #6.
Why are these songs still here, bro?
And is somehow still getting radio, but it is going to lose on that streaming margin. Next, we got a slight slip for Like That by
That's
Future,
okay.
Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar at number 7. Honestly, the fact that it's still holding its own thanks to streaming and continuous radio pickups, I think that speaks to Kendrick Lamar's commercial longevity in this beef, and frankly, that's kind of astounding in its own right. I am shocked that he's seen so much momentum in this particular pipeline specifically. He wasn't supposed to be the commercial crossover guy. Hell, it's held over Fortnite by Taylor Swift and Post Malone.
And for a fortnight, there we are.
That same established momentum as everything else. And given that it is a rather low-key single, not entirely surprising here either. I bet the next single is going to get pushed quick. And
Broken Heart.
Still held over Espresso.
I could do without Broken Heart or whatever it's fucking called.
I know a lot of diehard pop fans are incensed that this isn't bigger right now. And look, the streaming's on the upswing. It's picking up.
Maybe I know it's me Espresso.
Really there. I can recognize momentum, but it might take time and a bigger push to get any higher. Finally, we got two.
I think it'll probably stick around.
Back to number 10. I'm still amazed it had a window to hit number 1 at all, but streams are up and sales are good, and the radio momentum is only picking up steam. This looks like
You're too sweet for me.
I never would have expected.
I like my whiskey clean. I don't even know how the song goes.
Well, Never Lose Me by Flo Milli comfortably has her year-endless slot as she exits.
Okay.
But the others
Totally forgot that song existed.
Potential. By Big X The Plug, Training Season by Dua Lipa, One of the Girls by The Weeknd, Jenny and Lily Rose Depp, and most depressingly, Two Most Wanted by Beyonce and Miley Cyrus. Make no mistake, it's
that song,
radio,
that album did not hit
push
as it was supposed to.
And that's just a complete missed opportunity. It's a great song. Granted,
Levi's jeans better.
Some of that missed potential is also showing up for Texas Hold'em by Beyonce sliding down to 49, and Illusion by Dua Lipa at 70. I mean, the proper industry push is just not manifesting.
That's what I'm saying. Is there actually gonna be? I know Houdini was kind of a hit, but like, is there gonna be like an actual like hit from that album? I didn't even listen to that album that she put out.
Is at 23, but that's not a song that should be on the Hot 100 at
True.
all. The fact that it lasted another week is kind of insane, especially that high. Then we had the expected Taylor Swift album bomb losses, although not as many as you might think. Her songs are remarkably stable right now.
Sadly.
Back at 72,
Unfortunately.
Fix Him, No Really I Can at 74, The Black Dog at 80, Clairbo at 83, The Prophecy at 93, and How Did It End at 98. Now the rest are kind of all over the place. Wildflowers and Wild Horses by Lainey Wilson.
That a KSI reference?
Proper traction, so it's now fading to 78. Tucson Too Late by Jordan Davis wobbled back again at 81. Helen Back.
That Chainsmokers reference?
Walker slid to 82. Look, I know it's an older song, but with the right push, it could be.
This could be sleeper hit.
Summer hit this year.
Type
Bandit
shit.
By Don Toliver lost all its gains.
Sleeper hit type shit.
Tell Your Girlfriend by Leigh Banks fell to 91.
I thought that this song would do so much better. But it might. I don't know. Because I was hearing it so much on TikTok, and I think like the trend for it is like, well, not like this. There wasn't really a trend. It was more like just like the use of the song. I think the use of the song is over. I thought this would be like way bigger than it actually was. Maybe I was wrong.
Friend by Leigh Banks.
I probably was wrong.
Outskirts by Sam Hunt hit 95, and Cinderella.
How is that still there? That has to just be Nashville radio. That's 100% radio.
I'm stunned it's still around. Now this naturally takes us to our gains in return this week, where I'm not really surprised by either of the latter. I Think I'm in Love with You by Chris Stapleton is actually getting a remix with Dua Lipa.
Oh yeah, I heard of that.
It's back at 100, and Pradadem by Gunna featuring Offset. It's back at 60. Speaking of which, in our very limited list of gains, we also saw Gunna's WhatsApp Wassum spike up to 62 off the debut last week. Unfortunately, alongside Myles on It by Marshmello and
fuck you.
24, because it apparently looks like it's got sales and streaming traction. Just lovely. And on the topic of bad news, Cowgirls by Morgan Wallen and Ernest is picking up to 31 because apparently Nashville radio wants to get back to moving utter garbage. Charming. Now we are in the very
as usual, no
territory for Gunna, and I'm not about to make any exceptions.
Thank God, bro. Oh my God. Imagine like having to go through like a bunch of fucking Gunna songs. Oh, Jesus Christ.
76, Hakuna Matata at 67, and On One Tonight at 54.
Hakuna Matata?
So outside of the top 40, the
What?
best and worst, Back in the A at 94, Collage at 76, Hakuna Matata at 60.
Fuck, this guy thought it was the Lion King movie. What the hell? What is that title?
All right, that clears things up a little bit.
What is going on with that album, bro?
Let's
talk about Hakuna Matata.
With number 90, Lose My Breath by Stray Kids featuring Charlie Puth.
Okay, look. I think this is a good song. I think all these men are very attractive. But this, okay, look, you always, with this K-pop acts, you're always gonna have, you know. First of all, I have a question. Are these K-pop acts? I'm pretty sure are these K-pop acts forced to have these English like speaking pop stars on their song? I'm pretty sure, right? Just have more of it like of an international boost. I'm pretty sure they are like forced to have those guys on there. And second, this no. This international like English pop star feature on a K-pop song is one of the most useless features I have ever heard in my entire life. Like, genuinely, Charlie Puth does nothing for this song. Genuinely, he's so useless. I'm hearing this. He does like what? He does the first chorus, and then he kind of like does the last chorus a little bit, and he does like some ad libs out there. The most useless, probably English pop feature I have ever seen on a K-pop. Someone has to prove me wrong here, because this Loki, like even Halsey felt more useful on the BTS song that she did with them than Charlie Puth on this Stray Kids song, bro. Like, genuinely, why is Charlie Puth here? I mean, we know why he's here, for the more English market, right? But like, at least give him something to do. They're like, all right, Charlie Puth, fuck, we kind of already made the song, so just do the first chorus and then kind of do some stuff at the end, I guess. Like, do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? They were like, oh yeah, we had the Charlie Puth. He's kind of K-poppy, right? He's also kind of English too. You know, he had the hit Left and Right, which is a good song, by the way. He had the hit Left and Right with Jungkook. Let's put him on our song and have him be utterly fucking useless. I don't know. It's just like this feature is just so. It feels so useless. He's not even in the video. What the hell? Bro, Charlie Puth, out of all people, couldn't even bother being in the video. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, Charlie Puth, bro, Charlie Puth, you're not having another hit, bro. Let's be honest, bro. You are not having another solo hit, unless like the gods come down from heaven and personally give you a miracle. You are not having another solo hit, bro. You should cherish these K-pop features and at least be in the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Left and Right was only big, bro. If Charlie Puth was the only person on Left and Right, that song wouldn't have been as big as it was. Let's be 100% honest here. Charlie Puth, you're being very ungrateful, okay? Look, I'm not a worship of these K-pop idols, but you should be very grateful to them because they're giving you these possible hits, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm not even gonna show up in the video. At least show up in the video, bro. Come on, man. It's looking irritating to me too. Like you're not, bro, Charlie Puth, you are not that famous to not be in this video. Like,
why do I get the
chill out, buddy?
Feeling that between this and Left and Right, Charlie Puth has decided that his method of getting back on the charts is flimsy and generally embarrassing K-pop.
What did I say? I low-key just said that, bro.
This is not a flip or a cover of the original late period Destiny's Child song, a song that I've never really liked with such busy drumline percussion and where the Jay-Z co-write is very obvious in hindsight, but also this track feels very 2000s R&B as well, and not exactly to its benefit, with the skittering percussion, the more
I thought it was a good track.
Very brittle acoustics, the
Charlie Puth felt so
bridge, and
useless.
The vocal production that remind me a lot of the early 2000s boy bands before R&B thoroughly took over. And as such, Charlie Puth is a really odd inclusion because, well,
what did I say, bro?
The song had balance. Here, he's just generally part of the chorus, and you can tell he just does not have that same chemistry or balance. He's here for the cosign.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Outside of that,
he's so useless. useless.
That we get from Stray Kids feel very touched up and synthetic. The lyrics are really flimsy. And while this might be in my personal nostalgia window, I'm also pickier when it comes to this sound, so yeah, just not that impressed.
I thought it was good.
Stargazing by Myles Smith.
Bro, this is like 2010s type fucking basic, bro. This song, bro, like, I hope Mark talks about how basic this shit is, bro. Bro, this is literally 2010s core basic ass song, bro.
This track has been,
because what even is this, bro?
To say the least, mostly because Myles Smith hasn't been on my radar. He's out of the UK. He put out his first EP in late March this year. This is the first crossover, and oh wow, someone really wants to recapture the folktronica EDM of the early 2010s, from the cycling acoustics, the lightweight percussion, the pianos, the millennial whoops, and Smith bringing in a voice that kind of reminds me of a huskier Chris Martin. Now let's make this clear. I tend to really like this sound. I have for years. I know it got thoroughly commodified and turned into indie mush, but the best tracks that shot for the fences could pick up a lot of groove and power and, yeah, I don't know. It feels like there's another gear that may be missing here. Yeah, the broad imagery of falling in love, feeling like stargazing, that the final realization she was always there, that's the sort of material that can fit for this kind of song. But when you notice that the vocals are never allowed to be that craggy or textured or organic, or how there's no actual drop to go up to 11, it feels like some punches were getting pulled. Even when Avicii was working with Goldplay, they got that right. Now, I'm not about to complain about it. It sounds fine. Catch me at the right moment, I'd say I like it. But again,
it's mid, bro. It's just mid.
Like, takes a little bit more
mid.
Really impress me here. Number 75, La Durango.
What the
Peso,
hell is this?
Junior H and Eslabon Armado. So last week I highlighted how the regional Mexican sound
I still don't get it, really.
With sporadic success for everybody except the name hitmakers, and what do you know? Peso Pluma is back with another single for that upcoming album, albeit with features that I'm not really sure were needed here. I'm just not hearing any notable personality or texture that Junior H provides, and the front
Junior H
is a little bit more flavor, but he's still not that distinctive. Now granted, Peso Pluma is sitting on a pretty thick cushion of reverb against the horns and the jittery acoustics that actually sounded incredibly ominous as the song opened up, but they didn't really pay much of it off. But funnily enough, that might also be my larger issue when I translated the lyrics. It's basically a flex on spending time with old friends, titled after a car where there might be a credible threat towards copycats and those attempting to jack Peso Pluma's style. And that's mildly amusing to me because a lot of these regional Mexican acts that have crossed over, they crib a lot from each other, but honestly there's not much more beyond that. The production might be a little better overall, and I have come to appreciate more acts in this lane with this sound, but I also wouldn't call this a favorite. It's okay at best. Number 66, Neck on a Yacht by Gunna.
Bro, Gunna's music, I feel like Gunna music is just so like, bro, I feel like the only context where I would listen to Gunna is if I'm in like a fucking expensive car and it's like at night and I'm like fucking just driving like on the highway or like driving like up a mountain and I'm just listening to that shit. Like that's the only context where I would actually like listen to Gunna, like a Gunna album. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, like it's just like in normal context, like a lot of shit is boring. I can't even lie. Like it's just vibey stuff, you know? Yeah, man, you gotta like be like it's just driving music. It's just driving rap. Like, let's be honest. Just vibey shit that like probably would hit like at night when you're driving.
Turning shit back up a notch. Fuck what these boys talking about.
Yeah, I know, it's already a meme. I get why Gunna fans think it's fly to get blown on a yacht. My follow-up question is how on earth that makes sense for production this chilly and metallic as the watery synths ebb off the bells and the trap percussion. You would think a song with this much opulent flexing would try to lean into the summer vibe, not go for this. And then amidst all the boring flexes, we get lines like Titanic, they want me to sink. I mean, famously, nobody wanted that on the Titanic. Followed by the second verse where he talks about choking a girl while smacking her ass, or the lines about his jacket that apparently drags on the floor, but on a later line he says the jacket's cropped. Dude, you are the one flashing all these luxury brands and items. If you can't even keep it straight, why am I expected to care again? I mean, it's not the worst song on the album. That still probably goes to Trish, and thankfully that did not chart, but I can't remotely endorse this. I'm sorry. It's not good. Number 39, Boa by Megan Thee Stallion.
It's okay. I'm never really. I don't know. Maybe it's like it just feels like the standard Megan song. I don't know. It doesn't feel like too special to me. The video's really good, but like, yeah, it's nothing crazy.
No joke, I honestly thought we would have gotten a proper Megan Thee Stallion album rollout by now as she leans into all the snake iconography, but apparently whoever her handlers might be, they're taking their time to ensure a proper hit sticks, because Cobra didn't, despite being an excellent song, and for as great as Hiss was, look, it wasn't built to stick around, even if it did.
That had number 1, right? Oh my god, yeah, it did. Holy fuck, that fell off so fast. I totally forget about that. That hit number 1.
To be honest, I'm not sure it's better than either of the songs I just mentioned, but I can hear it working. The flip of Gwen Stefani's What Are You Waiting For? It's actually pretty nice, especially in that bass line.
What are you waiting for?
Let me like you do. Those who chase the TikTok clout rather than actually being for hip-hop culture. I gotta say, it's gonna be really interesting whether or not that's a brag that has staying power outside of Kendrick Lamar. Because while I think Meg Thee Stallion can take it there,
I wish that was me.
The question is gonna be whether she is embraced by the culture in the same way. Now, the rest of the song is pretty solid. I thought the flow to open up the second verse was a little bit slow in order to get the punchlines going, whereas the first is tighter. I think it landed more shots. The double entendres and subs, I think they're effective. The question is whether it's going to have staying power. I'll say it again. I
don't think it will.
Groove alone, it could get there, but in the meantime, yeah, it's another really good song. I dig it. Number 26, One of One by Gunna.
Driving at night music. That's just Gunna, bro. Like, this song would like fucking hit. Like, you're just driving on the fucking highway at night. Like, yeah. But like, that's it. That's the only context where like that would be fire.
Song this week, and alright, with that shuddering warble behind the trap percussion, it was a little catchier, but then that melodic phrase just vanishes alongside any interesting emotion in Gunna's delivery, as he rattles through a lot of brand names and sex and flexing. I think the general premise is that Gunna thinks he is one of one. That's the most ludicrous. Dude, there's nothing about your content, your flow, or much of your vibe that is remotely unique. But then we get the bragging in that he is the best dressed at the Met Gala. I mean, he's got better style than most, but no, don't flatter yourself. He mentions that the girl uses him for sex. Okay, dude, whatever works for you. According to him, he's got no little bitty shrimp down there. Did not need to know that. And then he's fucking her at the gym. Look, dude, we're there to work out. There's no consistently comfortable surfaces to do on that. And
we're crying. We're fucking at the gym, bro. Can we work out? Like, bro, we're at the gym doing everything but working out, bro.
That he's careful enough to not see repercussions, but even then, he sounds like he's bored doing all of this. And if he doesn't care, why should
Best part about the album is the cover, bro. That cover is low-key fire. I can't even lie to you.
I guess they've got opulence or some degree of character to make up for his shortcomings as a rapper. This song just kind of highlights those shortcomings, so not interested. And finally, number 1, I Had Some Help by Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen.
It's alright.
Here we've got the big one. The sort of collab that the second I saw Post Malone hanging out in Nashville, I knew it was coming. I've also heard generally mixed reviews all over the map for this song, with a whole lot of shrugs compared to the hype to take it to the very top, and yeah, you know what, the shrug is kind of my reaction too. But I'm also left thinking that for all of the ingredients being combined, this song should hit harder than it does. The guitars, the pedal steel, the melodic composition, they're very mainstream Nashville friendly, but that bass line and the louder percussion, it almost reminds me of a pop rock song. And that's before Louis Bell's reverb touch mix.
I can actually see that.
The vocals pushes it firmly into Post Malone's comfort zone. And incidentally, giving Morgan Wallen a halfway decent vocal mix for once. And then there's the lyrics and content, where these guys describe a relationship that's on the skids with the general sentiment of, well, yeah, but it takes two for things to fall apart here. I had some help in the collapse, and that help was you. I mean, it's kind of odd to see this set up as a duet between Post Malone and Morgan Wallen when they don't really have chemistry or a lot of interplay. And lyrically, it's odd that they're not commiserating together. The energy feels weirdly off balance, especially as I'm assuming they are not singing about each other. Now, I do appreciate the quicker...
No, they are. What are you...
Song,
Mark, what are you talking about? Of course they're singing about each other. Come on, man.
String of the big duet collab singles in 2020 where I am not remotely convinced there's a lot of staying power outside of that very prominent industry push. I'm not sure there's enough here to get people back for more beyond just the names and the combined audience.
I guess,
it might get another week on top, but I will not call this special or even all that interesting. But that was our week.
Honestly, based...
It wasn't more interesting, but at least it's easy to process.
That week was low-key trash.
Worst entries with Neck on a Yacht.
Bro, that Stray Kids song was the best song.
The dishonorable mention. And yeah, you know, I'm going to say it. Meg Thee Stallion just runs away with the top spot for Boa. And
I disagree.
I think Myles Smith and Stargazing is going to get the honorable mention.
Oh.
What can I say? It's tough to find.
Bro, Stray Kids clear all these songs.
Next week, we got that Billie Eilish album.
Ooh.
It's going to be interesting to see where that lands up. We'll have to wait and see. But until then, I'm
Mark.
You're
watching Billboard Breakdown, affiliated with Spectrum Pulse. I'll see you next time. Oh my god, we're going to see him next time. I mean... Billboard Breakdown video, what do you mean? It's obviously going to be quality. Yeah. I thought the Stray Kids songs was best of the week. Worst of the week? Probably the Peso Pluma song. I still cannot can't get into regional Mexican music and just Peso Pluma in general. I don't think Peso Pluma was bad. I think it's just a lot of his stuff just sounds a lot of regional Mexican music just sounds the same to me. But whatever, man. Yeah, this is low-key a midweek. I can't even lie to you, bro. It's like a ton of mid. Yeah, but guys, go subscribe to Billboard Breakdown. Go subscribe to Spectrum Pulse. Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Snapchat, Tumblr, DeviantArt, Twitter. Did I say Twitter? I don't even know. Oh, actually, no. It's x.com. And subscribe to me. If you like this reaction, subscribe to me. If you like the reaction, like the video too, follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to my second channel. And thank you for watching.